and subscribe. Maybe donate to the Ramen Writer. Link in description.
All right, hey, this is Hans, and it's time for yet another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. Today we've got one from Asha. This is their Hot Ones sweet chili ramen noodle soup. You might have heard of Hot Ones. It's a YouTube show, and basically they get celebrities on and do an interview. And while they're doing the interview, they're eating increasingly spicy chicken wings. And it's pretty funny. My favorite one, honestly, was watching, who was on it? Gordon Ramsay. He had like a big freaking freak out tantrum. And that was fun. I don't know. I like Gordon Ramsay in the UK. When he does cooking shows, but when he does them in the US, that's when he starts doing all the yelling and screaming. They wouldn't have that over in the UK. They're not into that. But anyways, yeah, this it's from Asha, but it's made in Vietnam, which I thought was interesting. So yeah. Sweet chili. Mild. So let's give this a go. So the first thing you do you add in all the seasonings and such. It's Saturday. I know, weird, right? I don't usually do review stuff on Saturdays. However, my wife is working. She got a half day on Thursday, and then she's doing the other half day this morning. And so I'm going to get this done up. It's nice to be back to reviewing. You might be like, what do you mean back to reviewing? It's like, well, I got up to what, 5,133, and then I started on my whole thing of doing a documentary and this and that and the other thing for number 5,000, because it took me forever to come up with a review 5,000, and now I'm back to it. But it was almost, I want to say it was like at least 3.5 weeks. So here's all the stuff in the cup. Also want to thank Asha Dry Noodle for sending this over. That was cool. So let's get this up to the line. And yeah, and we're gonna go for 3 minutes. Let it do its noodly thing. Being Saturday, I'm using my AI generated musical playlist. It's not bad. Kind of funky. Funky. But yeah, I'll do a mukbang. I mean, it's like 9:30. I've been starting the day. Actually, my day started around 7:30? I don't know. But I'm fully awake now, which I'm happy to report. Yeah. So, yes, y'all. Speaking of that review 5,000, there were a lot of contenders, and I had to go through, like, am I going to do this one, or this one, and this one, or this one, or this one? And I finally settled on one. That's why recently it took so long. But, yeah, the review I'll be doing in the next episode will be one of the contenders. And it should be interesting. It's either going to work out really well, or you'll see. You'll enjoy watching. I'm telling you that because you'll enjoy watching. It is 10 days until the election. I would say at this point I probably do have Trump derangement syndrome. I don't know. That guy keeps saying really jacked up stuff. I don't know. I just don't know. But I hope you all voted, unless you're out of the country, which then you couldn't vote. Or if you're not an American citizen, you couldn't vote. You can't. It's how are you going to do that? But whatever. I'm sure you guys are knee deep in it began January 20th, and I think this is probably coming out the 26th, 27th. It's October 26th right now. So we have gnats. That's a gnat. Wow. I've got really poor eyesight, and everybody's been complaining about gnats, but I don't really generally see them. But I just saw one, and that was not cool. I need to come up with some kind of thing to get rid of gnats, so I will look online and find some kind of interesting thing deal, because I don't want gnats in my noodle. I don't want to have a natty noodle. So, yes, I'm going to do a mukbang. I don't really feel like doing a mukbang, but so if you want to watch and get my opinion of this one, you're going to have to watch the mukbang video, which is kind of, the reason I do it that way is because if I taste it now and I'm really not into it, I'm not going to do the mukbang. So I feel like this one is one that people would want to see me do a mukbang of, so i.e. that's why I'm gonna not do the tasting yet. So yeah, like, okay, this is good, next. Yeah, so I'm gonna do it the standard way I do things. It smells pretty good. Okay, so let's add our goodness. We've got a couple things to throw in. I'm really looking forward, and you can probably find it already. I would really hope so. My alternatives to Laogan Ma list, it's gonna be like, I don't know, Laogan Ma's not bad, but I want to come up with stuff for chili crisps, because chili crisp really adds a lot of really nice oomph to noodle and ramen. That's my take on that. Yeah. You are too long. You are what are dragging the gnats around here. It's my spring onion slicer, I'm sure. They're really into such things. Isn't it like you put a glass of like wine in your kitchen, or is that flies? I don't know. There's some kind of thing. But in the past, they've been really into the onion slicer, which I guess that makes sense. Anyways, there is our noodle. So enjoy some wholesome music while it rotates. Wholesome, huh? Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks again to Asha Dry Noodle for sending that over. There will be 2 more of those in the cup versions, and then there's a bowl set of 3, which I should be trying pretty soon as well. This is what's going to be next. This came out of an Akama Noodles box. You can get these at Meow, that's spelled M-I-A-U, meowboxjapan.com. Use the coupon code TheRamenRaider for a discount. This is Nissin 0-second chicken ramen with pizza flavor. And the noodle block in this looks identical to the regular chicken ramen noodle block. But with this one, you're supposed to crush it up, add the pizza flavor, and just eat it like potato chips. Well, the first instant noodle that I had when I was a kid, technically the second, was Nissin chicken ramen. So I want to do an attempt to turn this into my mom's recipe for instant noodles, which got me started with all of this. So anyways, that'll be on the next episode of It's Noodle Recipe Time. This has been Hans the Ramen Ranger wishing you enjoyment of your noodles each and every day. Have a good one, and bye-bye.